What's up, Truth Team? It's your girl, Make Truth, Etsy's #1 urban blogger and the queen of paperwork. Listen, this is just a follow-up video because since dropping my video this morning, I have found out more information about these text messages. Okay. Um, I don't know who Lil Dirt got in charge of OTF since he's been away, but they're doing a piss poor job at it. Because, okay, according to, and shout out to Teddy Nash, I actually watched his video of his reaction to these text messages, and I found some intriguing information that if I would have known prior to doing my reaction, I would have never did a reaction, okay? Because it's no secret if you have been around my channel for a long time, especially since I've been covering the Chicago sector. It's a particular informant, federal informant that I don't deal with. You know, I don't watch his content. I don't support his content. I try not to anyway. He does his thing and I'm out the way. I don't go back and forth with him. None of that. Okay. This has been since 2023. It's no secret. However, somehow a lot of people use him as a reputable source for some reason in the Chicago sector. Okay. So sometimes his content can get wrapped up in layers where you don't even realize it's his content. Okay. So it's been so many things along the way of this Dirt case that has been incorrect, that was put out by a certain sector of YouTube. I always call them the police sector, right? That hasn't been accurate, but you know, it is what it is. Y'all know I'm in a new space with my content. I just do me, and however other people do them, they do them. Okay. But in this particular situation, with these text messages, again, the reason why, as far as my perspective, that they were assumed to be valid is because who shared them. D-Thing Baby Mama is who I came across, right? And hence why my narrative was around her, because she put it out on her story. She flat out was under another post calling Vonnie a rat. She basically put the rat face on, the rat emoji over Vonnie's face. So hence it grew legs. However, come to find out that these are not text messages that have been verified, or validity, let me say it right, validity of the text messages have not been confirmed by these people sharing it, is above me. When I found that out, I said, hold on, what? So it's being assumed, because again, nobody has clarified nothing really, right? But it's being assumed that these OTF members, associates, or whatever they're supposed to be, have been using federal informant information that has been provided on the informant channel to spread out amongst the OTF fan base. And I'm like, that's crazy work. Because the last thing that I would think an OTF member would be doing is sharing a Chicago informant at that. Federal informant that we saw play out with O-Block case information like it's factual. Again, my whole demeanor still remains the same. Is if something happens to Vonnie, they're gonna definitely pinpoint it back to Dirt, because they're gonna say your OTL people, including your sister-in-law, whatever, said this man was a rat, this and that. This is why this happened to him, and now you're at fault. I still feel that way. And I even feel that way even more knowing now where the actual text messages came from. This is something I have said throughout the time covering this, is this. Why do people feel like a op, right? Even a federal informant op will have direct information about a circle of people before anybody else? I don't get that. Now I can understand have maybe some case details, because I mean, federal informant, of course, you're the police, of course, you know shit that the police know that we may not know. But as far as text messages, how would somebody that's not in the know with these people have actual text messages. Like, it's above me. But again, hey, from a blogger standpoint, it's all content. From a real life standpoint, it's messed up. That people close to those that's in jail for this case is sharing stuff that could be false. That's sharing stuff to create this narrative without actual proof of snitching, corroborating, or whatever. And it's going to fall back on those that's sitting in jail with no bond. That's just how I feel about it. So I wasn't going to do this video until Monday, but I had a few moments before I had to get out the house and get out and about. But listen, I'm going to say this, okay? I told y'all in my previous video, that was my interpretation of how I took what she posts. But to clarify, it is now being said, and again, shout out to Said and Ash for the clarification, that she wasn't even the one who actually posted the screenshots. She got them from a federal informant or somebody who got them from the federal informant and just posted them as valid. Y'all, no matter if you're OTF or what, just y'all have to be mindful what you share. Certain things, one thing about me over the years since being a content creator, everybody, whether you came with me on YouTube, Skull Channel, Clubhouse, whatever, when it comes to paperwork, I am very mindful of paperwork I share. Because being that it's paperwork and Mickey Truth shares it, people was going to run with it with no doubt because I shared it, because Queen of Paperwork. So I'm very mindful of that. So if you are OTF, you have to be mindful of what you attach to yourself as sharing as part of this case, because people going to take it as a stamp because you're part of that crew. Same thing with, no matter what you specialize in, if you share what you specialize in and you are known to be, part of that, people are going to take that with an extra, like, okay, this must be true because such and such shared it. So I'm going to say this, and y'all just be mindful what y'all share. With that being said, man, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to pull up on your girl, Mickey Truth. I'll see y'all Monday. I am officially done with content for the weekend, and we'll be back at it. We got an update on the Glorilla case coming up on Monday. We have our true crime stories we're going to start breaking down because those trials will be coming up in a few months. Oh yeah, we got a lot going on, and of course we have a new trial to start getting updated on that's going to start on the 18th. So with that being said, I'm out.
This is the weakest. Give a fuck about what they scream.
Holla!
Shout out Mickey. Mickey, you gonna be big. Like,
yeah,
I'm
trying to conquer the world, coming from where I come from. Hey, this your girl Mickey Truth, #1 blogger in South Carolina.